What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm ELB Sniper, and today I'm going to do a review on the SHURE SM7DB, the interface, and the SHURE mic arm. Let's get right into it.
ELB Sniper.
So I'm borrowing this mic from my good friend Caleb. Comment down below, we love you, Caleb. And so this mic is... it's crazy. I've been playing around with it a lot, and I've been doing a lot of EQ with it, and I think I perfected the EQ. Like, this mic sounds good out of the box, but this mic sounds like a professional microphone, and it is a professional microphone when you have all the EQ set up perfectly for your voice. And I watched some videos on EQ and the software. I'll show you the software later in this video. And so yeah, let's get right into the review. So the first thing that I love about this mic is just the overall look of the mic. This mic, it just looks so sleek, and because it's all black, it just makes it like have that Batman look to the product. And also just the interface itself is just amazing. Like, if I were to buy an interface for just to convert XLR mic to a PC, to USB, I'll definitely get this one. This one comes with a software. It comes with a headphone jack, which I'm using for mic monitoring. And then it comes straight out the back from a USB-C to a USB-C into your PC. And that's about the interface, but the mic itself, so you'll see here, it's a very durable build, like super durable build. And it's super heavy, which I like, because most mics just feel cheap and plasticky and not built well at all. But this mic is a good one. SHURE really did a good job with this mic. I'm not sponsored by SHURE in any way. They're not paying me to say anything about this mic. I'm just reviewing this mic for fun. So back about the mic. So it has these knobs on the side here, as you can see. This allows you to adjust the mic like so you can get that perfect angle. And everybody that I've seen on YouTube that does a review on this mic says to put it like 6 inches to a foot away from your mouth, and I like it way like 2 inches away from my mouth, because it gives you that warm sound to the mic, and it just sounds so incredibly good. And so I'm gonna move on to the back of this mic here. So let me just rotate this. Okay, so it's a little blurry here, my camera won't focus, but as you can see on the back here, it has the name SHURE, and it has these two little knobs. These knobs are, so it's for a bass cutter, which is this one, and this one is like more like a lively sound to the mic. So I'll definitely just keep, it's just like EQ stuff. I would definitely keep that flat on the mic, and then you can adjust EQ later in the software, which I will show you here in a bit. But keep those flat, because it definitely helps with the sound. I'll show you here. So I'm gonna click this one up, so it just gives it the slightest bit of liveliness to it, which some people might like that. I prefer it to sound deeper and darker and nice and warm. So I just go ahead and keep that flat. I'll show you the other one. So this one, just like, you can't really tell a difference. Well, I can't anyways, but you can research more about it, but it just cuts off the bass a little bit, just the slightest bit. And then this one, you can, so the BD has preamp built inside of it. So this gives you the option to bypass that preamp or use the preamp. And then this knob right here, so yeah, this switch gives you the option of 18 decibels of gain, and then the other one is 24, I think. Okay, no, it's 28. So definitely put that on 28. And so yeah, that's everything with the back of the mic. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the software. So now we're going to talk about the software. So you can go ahead and open up your browser, and you want to type in SHURE software. So you want to then go to here, and then you want to go all the way down. It's none of these, and then you go to this one. It's on number 2. So on number 2 you see that, and then I can't pronounce that at all, and then mix, and then right under it says desktop app for recording, mixing, and streaming. So you want to go ahead and click on that. Once you press get software, then it'll scroll you down to this. Then you press download, and then exit out of that. Then you will have that open. So first off, it'll show you this, and then you will have no inputs here, and then it'll recognize what inputs you have plugged into your PC, and you just collect the SHURE MVX2U, which is this interface. If you have a different interface, you will click on that. So my interface that I have that isn't this one is a Studio Live 24R. It's a rack mount, but I just use it as a mixer because it works the same as a mixer. And I also have a drum channel, and I also use that mixer for my drum mics and stuff. And so yeah, you just drag your source over to there, and then you can press on device settings. Then it'll take you to all of this. So I'm sure starting out this will seem very, very confusing, but it really isn't. So up here it just says the interface that you have, and then you have the option of muting it, and then you can lock all of these settings so nobody can mess with them. And you can auto level it, which auto level is just it auto picks all of the settings, but I definitely do manual because you can get better performance out of your mic and get its full potential. So monitor mix is, I haven't really figured out the whole thing with it yet, but you can do mic. You can do mic, which is the mic you're talking in right now, and playback. So playback is, so you can choose between each mic, and then you have the mic gain. So what you want to do with the mic gain, I know everybody gets so confused about this because they're like, how do I know how much gain to add to my mic? Because like it can sound like this, or it can sound like perfect. And to make it sound perfect, so you want to watch the level of your mic, and you want it to always constantly hit 18 decibels. And when you talk, so when you're talking normal and blah 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 blah, you want it to always hit 18 decibels. So because that'll give you just enough room to, if you get loud, it will not peak, but if you get quiet and like talk normal, it'll hit 18 decibels. So you want to find that perfect spot. So see, if I turn it too low, like you can't completely hear it, but if you slowly turn it up and you just want to talk normal until you hit 18 decibels, like at a constant time. So I put mine right at 21. You definitely probably, unless you have like a really quiet mic, you definitely don't want to go over like 100 because that would be crazy. Like, that's crazy. This thing only goes up to 60, I think. Don't put it on 60. That'll blow your guys' eardrums out. Anyways, moving on to the equalizer. You have this switch here which can choose it off and on. So this is what the mic sounds like without EQ. This is what the mic sounds like with EQ. There's a drastic difference. So you can look up a video. You can do whatever you want to learn EQ and stuff, or you can just start at a flat line and just slowly take away lows and highs. So on the left here is your lows, and then the middle here is like mids, and then you have your high and really high, and then you have your low and really low. So I just kind of mess with this. I learned EQ a little bit to figure out this, and then you can do all that and then make your mic sound so good. And then you can reset it with this button, and then you have high pass filter. So this basically just cuts off anything that goes under 75 hertz if you have it on 75 hertz, or cuts off anything that's lower than 150 hertz. So as you can see here, if I press on 150 hertz, it like cuts off a lot of those lows, which I like, but it still keeps the higher ones. But this one, I have done a lot of settings on this mic, and 75 hertz is like perfect. But to get those really bassy lows, you want to click that off and turn up your bass on your mic just like so. But of course that makes it sound muddy, and you don't want that in a mic, so you go ahead and do that. So then moving on to the limiter, you definitely want a limiter. You can just turn that on with that switch. You just left click on it, and then compressor. So compressor is when you scream really loud, or you rage on stream or whatever, you definitely want a compressor on, or else your mic will peak and will sound bad. Then you have phantom power, which is for mics that need that extra bolt of power, which the SHURE SM7DB definitely does need that. So I went ahead and clicked that on. If you don't have it on, as you can see right there, I clicked it off and you couldn't hear me anymore because it didn't have that extra power. So that is basically all for the software, except for you can do sound checks. You just press start, then start recording, and you have 10 seconds to test the mic. So I'm testing the mic, blah blah blah. This is mic test of the SHURE SM7DB. 1 2 3, check. So that, and then you can listen to it back. I chose you in all that. So we can go ahead and do the sound. Also, it has the sound check up in the right corner. You can go ahead and click on that and then press start, and then you have 10 seconds to test your mic. So this is the mic test of the SHURE SM7DB. 1 2 3, check, and then you can click on that. So this is the mic test of the SHURE SM7DB. 1 2 3, check. So yeah, you have that feature. Then you can actually record too, which is really nice, which I'm just using OBS to record this video. So yeah, that's pretty much all for the software. Let's go ahead and check the arm. So let's talk about this arm a little bit. So this arm is actually like, it's beefy. Sorry about the lighting. It's from the window back there. But this arm is like super beefy. Like, I think, no offense to Shure, but it's kind of overkill. Like, there's just a lot of material here. Like, it's crazy. But at the tip here, you have an extender so that your interface doesn't get like, you like caught up and hit the wheel here. Then moving on to the center. So this thing is just a massive arm. So on the center here, I'm pretty sure it's gasket mounted, because you can adjust this, and that just adjusts like how like strong the springs are, which I'm pretty sure that's gasket mounted, which that's crazy. That explains why it's $100. But it has that on all three joints, the tip here, right there, and then the middle, and then the end, which I will show you in a second. And it has all these different adapters. So yeah, this is crazy. So you can take this thing off. It won't stay down because the gasket mounts. So you can take that thing off and just put a normal mic on without the extender if you don't want the extender. And then, so this is one of my favorite features about this mic arm. It has these like divots in the top, and it's so that you can pop these things out and put your wire through there and then click it back in, and it will hide your wires like perfectly. The rest are on the wire right here. They just clip onto your wire, which is pretty dang cool. So we can go ahead and move on to the bottom. Okay, this thing is a beast. So here's the bottom. So like I said, it is gasket mounted, and you can pop this thing off. And like, this is actually crazy. It's so incredibly beefy. And then it has this, you just click that thing right down in there, you rotate a bit, and like, so here's how it clamps on. So it has this thing, which it looks like a monitor mount like clamp, like it's so incredibly giant. So it has that beefy thing, and this whole thing can rotate on this one bottom part. I'll show you here. So look at that. And then you have the other gasket mount adjuster, which is amazing. Like, this thing is so long, like fully extended, and just like so, you got your SHURE SM7DB back into place. So like I said, this mic arm is absolutely amazing. This mic is crazy, and shout out to SHURE for making this. And so I'm ELB Sniper, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.